Hello friends, I am Guna Mathivanan, Current Affairs faculty at Office Science Academy. In this video, we will discuss 34th Current Affairs hitlist topic, that is CAATSA. So what is CAATSA? Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act. Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act, that is CAATSA. Okay. Friends, the American Senate, American Parliament, assume, through this act they empowered, okay, so the US Senate, simply I am saying it as Parliament, has empowered the President or the government to impose sanctions, on countries which are considered to be adversaries to America. So what is a sanction, sir? It can be economic sanctions, trade sanctions. America imposes trade sanctions, means America will not trade with that country. No buying, no selling. Economic sanctions, in those countries cannot use dollar itself for transaction. Most of the banks, they are using dollars for transaction. If America is imposing sanctions on one country, then many banks will isolate that country. So basically, sanctions means isolating that person from America. America will not. America says, okay, America imposes sanctions on Iran. Then America will not be doing any trade with Iran, and America will pressurize other countries not to trade with Iran. These are the problems which Iran will be facing. Many banks will not give loan to Iran. Getting loans from World Bank, IMF becomes difficult for Iran. Okay, these are the consequences of imposing a sanction. So based on CAATSA, President has imposed sanctions. President has imposed sanctions on 3 countries. What are those 3 countries? Iran, North Korea, Russia. So on these 3 countries, President has imposed sanctions. I mean, CAATSA has been imposed. On these 3 countries, CAATSA has been already imposed. But certain sections of CAATSA says, if any country, if any XYZ country, if they have a significant defense trade, if they have a significant defense deal, okay, if this XYZ country, if it has some significant defense deal with any of these 3 countries or significant energy deal with any of these 3 countries, then the CAATSA sanctions can be imposed on that country as well, right. So let us take India. So India, right, it is having a significant deal, defense deal with Russia, $5 billion worth S-400 deal which we have signed recently with Russia. With Iran, significant oil and gas trade is happening. So some provisions of CAATSA which says that, what is CAATSA? Countering America's adversaries through Sanctions Act. If some countries are adversaries to America, then US President can impose sanctions. On 3 countries, sanctions has been imposed so far. But certain sections of CAATSA also says that if any other country has significant energy trade or defense trade with these 3 countries, on that country also we can impose CAATSA. So USA, it is pressurizing India. It is pressurizing India, or it pressurized India not to conduct any oil trade with Iran, not to have any oil trade with Iran. It is pressurizing India not to execute this S-400 deal with Russia. America said, India, if you are going to continue, then CAATSA will be imposed on India as well. CAATSA will be imposed on India as well, right. Remember friends, for India, both Iran is important, Russia is also important. Why Iran is important? Not just because of oil, not just because of gas. For India, Iran is important because Iran gives connectivity to Afghanistan. So if India wants to go to Afghanistan, India technically shares 100 kilometers border with Afghanistan, but it is under the control of Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So if India wants to go to Afghanistan, India cannot go through Pakistan or China, India can go through only Iran. Iran is the only way, shortest way to enter Afghanistan. So, to enter Afghanistan, we need Iran. Not just that, Central Asian connectivity. If I want to enter Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, the Central Asian countries, what is important is the Central Asian countries, they have rich oil resource and they also border China. So, if India has a friendly relationship, good relationship with these Central Asian countries, we can also use that to counter China. Central Asian connectivity for which Iran is important. Not just Caspian Sea. If I want to, in Caspian Sea there is so much of energy resource. So, if I want to use the energy resource, if I want to enter Caspian Sea, I can go only through Iran. So, Iran, we need Iran beyond oil. Strategically, we need Iran. And Iran borders Pakistan, we can control Pakistan as well. But however, because of this CAATSA pressure, one side America says, India, no, cut your trade with Iran. India, cut your trade, defense trade with Russia. If you take Russia, friends, Russia is the oldest defense partner for India. Once after getting independence, we asked the Britain, right? We are newly born, right? Can you give us some weapons? Britain was not giving. For money only, we were not asking it for free of cost. We were willing to give money, but they were not willing to give weapons. We approached France, France refused. We approached USA. You know what? USA did not choose India. USA was selling its weapons to technology to Pakistan. USA felt Pakistan would be the right partner for USA. But who helped India? It is Russia. It is Russia helped India. Right. So, Russia for a very long time were a reliable defense partner. Okay. But of late, from 2000s, we started importing from USA as well. Today, USA is also a very good defense partner. Russia also, we are doing a significant defense trade. Right. For a long period, we have purchased so many equipments from Russia. Now, through USA is threatening India. Through CAATSA, it is threatening India. India, don't do trade with Iran. Don't purchase this S-400. Right? S-400 is nothing but the anti-ballistic missile. It is an anti-ballistic missile. Don't buy that from Russia. Somehow, India was able to convince USA in executing the S-4, to continue defense trade with Russia. Somehow, but with respect to buying oil and gas from Iran, India was not able to convince USA. So, India stopped buying oil from Iran. India stopped buying oil from Iran. That is why now China is becoming closer. Now, China, it wants to seize that opportunity. China is becoming so close with Iran. China recently they said they have a long-term investment plan in Iran. $200 billion worth the investment plan China has planned to invest in Iran. We are losing Iran today because of this CAATSA. With respect to buying S-400 from Russia, USA has not said that CAATSA will not be imposed. USA has not explicitly said that CAATSA will not be imposed. But however, USA is remaining silent in we buying it from Russia because we stopped buying oil and gas from Iran, right? So, USA, it is remaining silent in our purchase of S-400 from Russia, but however, USA, it is keeping us in some tension. It is keeping us in some uncertainty situation that anytime CAATSA can be imposed. Are you clear? These are the points related to CAATSA. Alright. So, $5 billion contract we have signed with Russia for buying S-400 air defense system. US had expressed deep concern over this deal and threatened to impose sanctions on India under CAATSA. However, USA is yet to evoke sanctions. Some informal understanding. America would have thought India, okay, India has stopped buying from Iran, right? Okay, let them continue that defense deal with Russia. This is regarding CAATSA, countering America's adversaries through Sanctions Act. I have given a question based on this. Find out the correct answer and give in the comment section. If you like the initiative, please give your feedback in the comment section. I hope you like the video. Here I have given features about my current affairs course. If you are interested, you can go through. I hope you like the video. Tomorrow I will meet you with another exciting topic. Till then, bye, take care.